Should you invest in branding your business? Branding is important if you want to build a profitable business. This video says in the title that this is advice for content creators and coaches, but even though I say that, this can be used for anyone who wants to start a business. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, then keep watching to find out why you should invest in branding your business. The first thing that I want to talk about is why branding is important for content creators and coaches. I've talked about how design is not about being pretty, but being strategic. When you're thinking about strategy, you have to think about your business goals. What are your goals for your business? Where do you want to be 5, 10, or even 20 years from now? You might be thinking that you don't really have any goals right now and it's not really that important, but it is. Knowing where you want to go in 5, 10, or 20 years will help you decide in the direction that you'll evolve your business in. Creating content or creating videos can lead to speaking gigs, or maybe you want to collaborate with other people, or maybe you'll go in a different direction. But I'll talk about this later in the video, so keep watching. Do you know your audience and where they like to hang out? Branding is important for content creators and coaches because knowing your audience helps you know what to create content on and what to sell. If you like to cut corners and you don't want to do all this branding work, I just want to let you know that this is the most important advice for content creators and coaches. Know who your dream audience is. Of course, all this is important for branding, and I don't want you to cut corners, but if you do, then leave knowing at least this. So branding is important, I just said, because it helps you know what to create content on, what to sell, what products to create, what platform to be on. All of this has to do with your audience. Knowing what they like, what they're interested in, what they need help with, what problems you need to solve for them. So knowing your dream audience will also help you market and sell your products and services. I just mentioned that knowing your audience will help you know what platform to be on. And that's because when you know your audience and you have limited time and resources, like if you're the only person on your team, maybe you can't manage to be everywhere on the internet. So you have to at least be on the one platform that your audience is, the one that they like to hang out on the most. For example, if your audience hangs out on Instagram, like if most of your audience prefers to be on Instagram, why would you be on Twitter? So if you have to narrow down your platforms, you want to be where your audience is. What's the secret to standing out online? Have you checked out the competition? Do you even know who your competitors are? The way to stand out online is to know who your competitors are. Knowing your competitors will help you stand out from them. When you're checking out the competition, you have to look at their strengths and weaknesses. For example, if you're a copywriter and you check out a competitor that's doing well, but you notice that they don't really focus on sales copy or landing page copy for websites, and that's something that you know that your audience is interested in, then you can take that and create content on how to create the perfect sales page, landing page, different types of sales pages for different services, products, or whatever. But you can create a service based on that, and you can also create content based on that. Notice I didn't mention anything about designing graphics, about fonts, colors, images, and other brand elements. And I did this on purpose. Before you do anything, you have to nail down the foundation of your brand. You have to know the answer to these questions. So how should you get started branding your business? And that's with everything that I mentioned just now before this section. You really have to know yourself, which is your business goals. You have to know your audience, and you have to know your competitors. Without this, you can't get started creating a brand. And once you know this, we can start moving on. But I just want to say, if you haven't done any of this work, you shouldn't even create any type of content because you'll be wasting your time. People always have an issue with niching down. They always want to know, why can't I go after a general audience? And that's because it's easier to start small and conquer that small thing and then move on to bigger things. An example of this is Tiffany and Company. Do you think Tiffany and Company started off as a big brand? The answer is no. Tiffany and Company started off as a stationery and fancy goods store. Tiffany had to borrow $1,000 from his dad just to start that store. It took them 40 years to have the title of the world's finest diamonds. The point is to start small with what you have, who you can help, and what you can do. If you're a business coach, do you think you can attract every business? Probably not. We are all different people. We're attracted to different types of people and different types of things. We all have a style. We all have different opinions on things. So, for example, I really hate people yelling at me and belittling me. So I would never hire a coach or trainer that does that. But obviously, some people love it and are motivated by that type of thing. So those coaches do exist. If you need help nailing down your brand foundation, then grab your copy of The Ultimate Roadmap to Discover Your Brand Style. You can grab that from the description link down below. You can grab the link from the description down below. Do you have trouble brainstorming content ideas? Let me know in the comments down below. Before you get started figuring out who your dream audience is, you need to know yourself first. So what are your business goals? Ask yourself these questions. Why did you create your business? What does your business do? How will your business impact your audience and your clients? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 10 years? What type of legacy do you want to create? Knowing yourself and knowing what you like to do and don't like to do will help you decide in what direction you want your business to grow. For example, someone who wants to be on a talk show in 5 years will have a different journey than someone who wants to freely travel the world just working from their laptop. When you figure out your brand goals, now you can start thinking about who you want to help and how you can help them. And once you figure that out, you can go find them. I like to use real people as my dream audience. And when you find them, you'll be able to look up their hobbies, their education, where they hang out, what they like to read, and so much more. All this information about your audience can be used in your brand, and it can help you create content for your business and know where to put out that content, like which platform to use to put out that content. How can you find real people who are part of your dream audience? On social media. You can find them by their job title, interests, or hashtags that pertain to them. And you can do all of this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, and you can just search any social media platform. For example, let's say creative entrepreneurs is your dream audience. So you would type in creative entrepreneurs on that social media platform or hashtag creative entrepreneurs, because I know that's on Instagram and probably on Twitter too. So you can do things like that to search for your audience. If you have no idea who you want to help, then you can go to your competitors, the big competitors with a lot of followers and a lot of comments. So you can go to their content, look at a comment, click on the profile of the person who commented, and then look through their profile and see if this a person that you would like to help or not. And then you can do that a few times, and then you'll get like a general idea of how to search for people. When you're looking for your competitors, be ambitious. You want to build a successful, profitable business, so go big. I like to look at the people who are on the top. One of my favorite platforms to use to search for competitors is YouTube. When I find an account, I like to look at how many subscribers they have, how many views they have on a video. I like to go on their most popular videos and see how many views they had and what type of content they created, things like that. I'll even go in the comments and see what type of comments people left too. And you don't have to use YouTube. You can use any platform. You can do this on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. My tip is to search on the platform that you want to use, or the platform that your dream audience uses the most. This will probably be your main platform. So what's the point of searching other platforms if you're not even going to use those platforms? Is going to take a lot of time. So make sure you search the platform that you want to use or where your audience is, and hopefully the one that you want to use is where your audience is. I know I just touched on each of these topics and it seems like a lot, but this is really important if you want to build a profitable brand as a content creator or coach. Should you invest in branding your business? Yes. Knowing yourself, knowing your competitors, and knowing your audience, using all of that information to create your brand will help you create awesome content and attract your dream audience. And you probably thought I was thinking about monetary investment, but this is time investment. Doing this part, investing in this part is very important. If you need help nailing down your brand, then grab the ultimate roadmap to discover your brand style. And if you want more videos on branding and creating videos, then hit subscribe. Until next time, bye.